Hi everyone, this is Tess Fedelago with Kingdom Nutrition Company. I'm here in Kim Gracie's barn at Penn National with Groom and possibly jack of all trades, Freddy Diaz. How you doing today?
Good, how yourself?
Yeah, you're pretty busy here. I come in and he's getting everybody's feed ready, which is one of the jobs that the grooms do. So I'm wondering, Freddy, what drew you to horses, particularly horses on the racetrack?
Well, it's something that it's on you and you love. Like, if you love horses, you're definitely going to come around here. You start outside, and then once you get here, this is what you want to do.
Yeah, you just can't get it out of your system.
No,
you have to keep
on
coming
you.
back.
You just can't wait to get up in the morning to get
Yeah.
here.
And how did you actually get started?
Well, I got started when I was a kid back in Puerto Rico. We used to have horses at the farm, at home. And then once I moved down here, I found a place with horses. Because when I just came out, I was working in a warehouse, and I missed my horses.
Yeah.
So once I saw a spot to come down here and work with the horses, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, definitely get out of that warehouse. You can't
Yes.
be being with the horses. So what is it that makes you so dedicated? We've done a few other interviews and we know about the hours and all the time that takes. So why are you so dedicated to your horses and your job?
It's like your kids, you know what I mean? Get up in the morning, can't wait to get here, see your kids, and go home and back see your other kids.
Yeah, and then think about them at night, right?
Yeah,
Do you ever stay awake at night?
To see how everything goes.
Stay awake and think about how somebody's doing. Yeah,
exactly.
just like your kids.
Right.
So what is it that you like the most?
Well, the most I like is just when you come here, it's like peaceful. When you start grooming them, patting them, it's like, you get relaxed.
Yeah.
Once you're around
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, and they do use horses for a lot of therapy, so
Yes.
kind of like your job can be your therapy.
Yeah,
you never
this
need
kind of
therapy
therapy.
because it's your job.
Right.
Yeah. So I hear you do a few other things. You go to the farm sometimes when you
Yes.
leave here. What do you do on the
Yeah,
farm?
we're gonna farm. Kind of turn the horses out in the field, and then do the stalls and feed them, and then bring them back in.
Right. Okay. And then here sometimes you're back and forth. I've been told you also work on the starting gate. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're in the starting gate here at Penn National, and it's something exciting, fun, being around horses, once you get inside the starting gate, it's on you, I mean, the horse, once the horse gets to know you and, you got the horse got the feeling of you saying like, you're all right, you're going to protect me, sometimes they get scared, but you just got to, just pet them, with them.
Right, yeah, so you just got to be a real good horseman, nice and calm
Yes.
to help
The
with
more
those
relaxed
horses
you
in
are,
the
the
gate.
better it is.
And at the same time, you've got to be on your toes with eyes everywhere,
Yes.
so you know what's going on to keep the horses safe, keep the jockeys
Yes.
safe, and
Yes.
the rest of the gate crew.
Yes.
And I'm thinking maybe one day, through these interviews, I'd like to come up there, maybe when you're on the gate, just do a little bit of filming about what you actually do on the gate.
Sure, that'd
So
be-
you go there
that'd
in
be
the morning sometimes.
Yes.
You'll
Go
come
in the
here, take care of your horses.
Yes.
Go to the gate. Go.
Yep.
Yeah. How does that schedule go?
Yeah,
Like.
I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go out to the farm, then come here around 5 o'clock, take care of these boys, then I go work the gate in the morning, and then come back here, finish up, go home, take care of my farm, and then by the time it's up, I gotta go back to the gate at night.
Yeah. So you do work at night on the gate also during the races. Okay. Well, that's a busy man, and you are dedicated and hardworking, and that's just what we like to show people is how everybody loves these horses back here. And I thank you for your time.
Yep, you're
Okay.
welcome.
Okay. We just got done talking with Freddy Diaz, assistant starter here at Penn National, and he brought me up here to meet Lindy Riggs, the head starter, just to find out a little bit more about what happens up here on the gate. But I would like to ask you, Lindy, how did you get started with horses, and particularly the Thoroughbreds?
My family's been in horse racing all my life. My grandfather was a trainer. My father was a jockey and a trainer. My wife was a trainer. Just our whole family's been in racing all my life.
Right. And how did you get involved on the starting gate?
Well, I used to be a jockey, and when I got too big, I got hurt and got too big to be a jockey. This was the second most exciting job at the racetrack for the adrenaline rush that jockeys get from riding.
Right, and from being a rider, you kind of knew already then how things should go because you worked with the starters all the time when you were riding. So you kind of had an idea what goes on and what your job would entail once you started.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how does it go like when you start a young horse? Like, you guys are very important because without you, we wouldn't have the races going on. The horses have to be able to be trained to start right and be good in the gate at night, everyone needs to stay safe?
Well, we start them out. They're broke at a farm, and lots of farms have a starting gate on them, so they walk them through the gate on their way to the racetrack to train. Once we get them here, even if they've been at another facility where they had a starting gate, we start them like it's their first time through. We walk them through, get them comfortable going in and out of the gate, and then we'll start a process we call, we do a back to front. We'll walk them in, stop them, shut the back doors, wave the front doors in front of them, and just get them used to being enclosed in that tight area.
Mm-hmm.
And then we step up the process where we walk them in a closed door and then let them walk trot out. And then we'll go to what we call a medium flop, where they've gotten the idea that that's their job, is to come out of the gate quicker. So they'll get up to that point and they'll come out and maybe go right into a lope. And then we'll get to our, what we call a hard flop. It's one step below the actual break, where we close them up, push the button, and the doors open without anybody standing in front to let them out of the gate.
Right, so it is a process, takes a lot of work and patience.
Yeah, usually between 2 and 3 months we work with them before they're ready to run. Just depends on the horse, sometimes longer, sometimes less.
Right, yeah. And earlier we talked about too at night how important it is to have good hands, but also to be alert, see everything that's going on around you, and keep the horses calm so that everybody gets a good clean break and everybody stays safe.
Yep, we coordinate that. We make notes on what we've done with them in the morning, and then the horse, if it has an issue at night, we'll work with them again in the morning and try to set up and do the same process that we worked on them with in the morning. Some horses are a little more comfortable if we load them first without all the hustle bustle around them. Some horses that are a little more anxious, we'll say, in the gate, we'll load them a little bit later, but not, infringe on the fact that they're loading later. We'll split the load up, where we load, that's what we call a split load. We'll load the 1 and the 5 and the 2 and the 6.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And try to set them up where they're gonna be loading in that order, where we can get everybody in and everybody out as quick as possible.
Right. Yeah, and how many guys do you have on your crew?
We have 12 right now.
Right. So, and you guys are another group of good, dedicated people, because you have to be here in every kind of weather.
Yep.
Rain, sleet, snow, heat, whatever. You're here. So tell me a little bit about your day. You're here in the morning and then back at night. How does that go? Like, what time do you get here? What time do you finish at night?
Well, we usually get here, depends on what time of year. Right now, we're getting here at 9:30 and we're done at 11:30. During the summer months, we're here at 9 o'clock and done at 11 o'clock. Most of the people that work the gate have other jobs on the backside, working for trainers. We, like you said, we work a split shift. You need to have quite a bit of horse experience to do this job. You got to be double strong, we'll say, and you have to have pretty good intestinal fortitude. You can't let anything scare you. This isn't a job you can put an ad in the paper and just have somebody show up.
Right, yeah, you've got to have that experience.
And it's you have to love this job to do it. It's not a job you're just going to do for the money.
Right, yes, you have to enjoy it, and you have to be a good horseman and know how to handle the horses and even, work with the people. So what time do you get here at night for the races, with the night racing?
I show up around 5 o'clock to get the scratches and any other paperwork I need to get done. The rest of the crew shows up between 5:15 and 5:30. Then we go over what we're going to do for the evening before the races, and then I coordinate through the night on who's handling horses, and if we're picking a horse's tail up or We have somebody just back there to pat him on the butt to keep him comfortable. You know, and how we load them and how everything goes. You know, I'll watch them in the paddock and I'll watch them on the racetrack when they're warming up. And if I see anything that concerns me, I'll change what we're going to do with that horse for that race.
Yeah, so there's a whole lot more to it. Like, you guys just don't sit back here, wait for horses to come and get in
No.
there. You've got a lot of preparation to do.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's a lot of thinking and organization that comes into it.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
a
and-
whole crew team effort.
Yes, yes. So it is a job where you do need to be able to think. You need to be able to think on your feet and watch all your surroundings so everyone stays safe. So when you wind it up then, what time do you get out of here at night?
I'm usually getting out of here probably 9:45.
Yeah, so that's not too bad. Yeah, it's not like midnight or something like that. Like, people have the horses racing and they've got to go cool them out and put them away. They're here a lot later.
Well, that's the way it used to be. We used to start at 7 o'clock and the
Yeah.
last race would go off at 11:30.
Yeah, that'd be a long night. Yeah.
Well, most everybody that works on the backside then is back here between 4:30 and 6 o'clock for the next day's work.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, the split shift for us isn't like in the normal world.
Right. Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
We're used to it. This is our life.
Okay. Well, I thank you for your time and giving us some insight into the starting gate.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.